We've been receiving quite a few requests recently from guys asking how to stop lunging. And I think the first thing we need to do as coaches is look at the language that we use. I think a lot of the language that's used by coaches is fundamentally flawed in that we tell players to get their foot to the ball. So let's take a closer look at that. If we tell a player to get their foot to the ball, the image that you get in your mind is of your foot leading you towards the ball. So what tends to happen is when they're playing forward, coach has said get your foot to the ball, so I lead with my foot. I get my foot out to the ball, and this leaves us in a weak position where our head is staying back. It exposes our front leg, and generally speaking, we're going to get hit on the pad more often than not, and we're not putting ourselves in a good position to be able to drive a ball with control. So again, from this position, you can see it's quite a wide base. We've lunged out at the ball, and the front pad is exposed, meaning that we're likely to get a hit on the pad and can be given out LBW. So what is it that we actually want a player to do? Well, we want to try a better way to communicate the message is to say we want to lead with our head and our shoulder towards the ball, and then we want to try and give them an exercise that they can do that allows them to get the feeling of this. So one thing we can do is get them to put their bat down, stand in the crease and set up, and then to just lean forward with their head and their shoulder until their foot falls underneath them, and this will put them in a strong position with their head past their front pad, which means that they're going to make better contact with the ball and they're maintaining a good body angle through contact. We want our head to be the furthest point forward, and we want to maintain this sort of body angle through contact. So once they've done that a few times and they get the feeling of falling into the ball, leading with their head or their shoulder, you can then give them their bat and again set up, get ready, picture a ball coming, lead with your head, and you'll see straight away that your foot will always land underneath your head, but your head again is the furthest point forward. This allows us to make better contact with the ball. It's underneath our eyes, but we've got access to the ball and we're less likely to get hit on our pad. And also getting into this position allows us to eventually to be able to manipulate the ball and to work the ball into gaps better. If our weight's sitting back and we're leading with our foot, it's very hard to manipulate the ball from here. We're not hitting the ball down into the ground. So once a player's got the feeling of falling into the ball, leading with their head and shoulder, we can then progress to some underarm drills where they've got a little bit more time to still practice getting that feeling and getting in a good position, finishing with their head as the furthest point forward and checking that they're maintaining that body angle. We can then progress to overarm throws. Lastly, if we want players to make changes to the way that they play, it's really important that they understand the benefits of why they want to make the change. So changing the way that we communicate the message to get them to lead with their head and shoulder, but making them understand that the benefits of that are that they're less likely to get hit on the pad and they're putting themselves in a good position to access the ball and eventually manipulate it, which is going to improve their scoring options, goes a long way towards them making fast improvements. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please like it and feel free to comment. I'm always open to suggestions and sharing thoughts with people and hearing what other people have to say. And if there's any other content that you guys would like me to put something together about, please let me know in the comment section and I'll do a video for you guys.